Get ready. Something. Guys, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone is doing well. Guys, we're feeling a little bit heavy yesterday. Boys were feeling a little bit heavy yesterday, but we are here. Hope everyone is. The song will play in the background. Yes. Yes. How's everyone doing? Is everyone, are you guys alright? It is Thursday, Chad. And yeah, it's been a beautiful. It's been good. We already up. What is that? 80 pips. 80 pips. Yeah, on gold. Just before I start, I'm gonna wait for Keegs. For the boys that don't know, this is something. It's nothing new. It is nothing new. Let me just do this quickly. Why is this not capturing my display? What changed here? That's the weird thing. What changed? Nothing should have changed. But anyways, we're back here. Sorry guys. So the 4-hour strat, we're going to talk about it. The 4-hour strat, believe it or not, produced over 320 pips this week. And did I not catch none of I caught it. I was in all of it. And break even and one loss. Chad, just bad management. But anyway, for the guys that know, this is the trade we took You would have seen it on the G's chat and on the signals. Not signals, trade alerts. It's a very ugly word, signals. But anyways, took the trade yesterday as well for the other guys. We took the trade there. That thing ran over 170 points. Monday, the trade we called here also did 170. So, Chad, anyways, I think it's just bad management from our side, but we're going to talk about it shortly. And then also no trade on the JSE for me this morning, if you were wondering why. The Hang Seng closing up only 0.3%, so it wasn't a massive day. Give me a second. Let me just see. Bro, we're already about to eat TP before the stream even. Bro, that's all I'm saying. Chat, let me just see. 72906 Hang Seng. Oh, 72906. Daily yesterday, no bottom wick. Give me 1 second. 72905 pivot. Hang Seng. No, Chad. No trade for me on JSE this morning. Okay. Reason I say that is Nikkei is down 0.74. Hang Seng is up 0.4. So it's not no trade for me on JSE this morning. So we're gonna get started here. Keeks, you missed it, but we will play it again. Don't go chase. I told him your extensive use of the word "don't go chasing waterfalls" obviously put us into a corner where we had to make that the theme song.
Yeah, bro. What happened to DXY? Do you also see that?
No, I haven't checked DXY yet. What did it do? But we'll check now. We haven't started.
What's the news, bro?
We haven't. Oh, wait, bro. What is that?
That was at last night, just before closure.
Chad, what is that? No, I don't think that's right. I think that's a glitch, eh? All right, Chad. Sorry, man. We're a little bit all over. Michaela, it is still at home. The thing is, I need to still edit it. And the reason I need to edit this because I never cut it. So that recording was over an hour and 10 minutes. So I'm going to quickly cut it for you guys a little bit later tonight. And then I'll post it because there's some good nuggets in there, Michaela. But it was just a Q&A session. Nothing too heavy or too hectic.
Yeah, it's not like you're going to miss anything like urgently.
Yeah,
so,
because the thing is, I shot my social battery was flat yesterday. I shot a lot of content here for you guys. It's being edited, so hopefully I can still get it out today. Keegan's also shooting a big deck of data. Big deck of content. Chad, but let's get straight into it. It is Thursday. I'm still contemplating. I know it's a public holiday tomorrow. I'm still contemplating maybe coming in tomorrow. A lot of people are going to be at home, so we can make it a little bit more fun. Maybe just blitz a quick hour or two on the stream, just to keep that momentum. I'll still chat to Keegs. My wife said it's fine. It's good when I'm out the house. But anyways, let's start off the morning. Keegs, how are you feeling? All right?
Good, bro. Feeling productive already.
Okay, that's good. Chad, before we start, let's quickly pray here and ask the Father to guide us, to lead us, and to protect us. So our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory. And whoever believes that says amen, amen, amen. Beautiful, beautiful. Alrighty, Chad, let us get straight into the charts here. You can take the phone if you want to. You can take the... Yeah, perfect. Alrighty, Alrighty, Chad, here we go. Econ, it's technically, it feels like Friday, Kicks. It feels a little bit like Friday, Chad. Obviously, public holiday, Women's Day. Unfortunately, last year this time, good friend of mine, physio Marilyn Schmidt, was murdered in her home on Women's Day. Just very sad. Yeah. Anyways, I don't know why I want to cry these last 2 days. It's just like heavy, bro. It's heavy. I don't know. Chad, anyways, nothing today. It is a clean day. We only have initial jobless claims around about 2:30. Also, just some admin guys. We're basically getting all the stuff after the stream. So we're ending the stream at 11. We have to go buy all of the food, the blankets and everything here is still wrapped up in bales. I don't know if you've seen it. When you buy a whole lot of blankets, they compress it into like a bale. So it's like a 50 kg per bale. So we're getting all of that ready. And then before the stream this afternoon, we'll actually hand that off to the street ministry group. And then we're shooting some content on that. So I think next week that will come out. But watch the stories. We'll try and keep you guys updated on the stories as well. All right. So let's get into the charts. Daily dollar. Okay. Chad, I don't know if this is a glitch on the chart. If somebody can maybe just confirm, but the daily now obviously looks a little bit weird, like just before the close coming down. So that is technically bearish, considering we took out a previous daily high and then we engulfed that candle and took out a low. So that is technically bearish for me. So I would want to see us go bearish. I'm going to actually do this, chat, this key level. I'm just going to take the middle of the two. So there's the key level. 4 hour time frame. What do we have on the 4 hour? Jeez, look at that. Weekly S1 holding. Okay, interesting. And then the 5 minute is now at the daily EQ at Asia low. So very, very simple. Monthly S1. Monthly S1. So this is your zone, chat. There we go. Dollar easy. US 30. Let's quickly look at US 30. US. Chad, these daily candles are rough and tough. US 30 is also technically still bearish. However, yesterday taking the high of the previous daily candle, closing bearish. Now this morning's candle taking the low, now flipping bullish. So I'm going to almost tilt to bullish, Chad, just purely based on the fact that we've had so many bearish days. Things aren't really that bad. That's the thing. It's not that bad. It's not that horrific. It's not the end of the world. I'm gonna just purely be bullish for a pullback, and also because we've taken the previous daily low and we're holding above it. So while we hold above this zone, I'm gonna be bullish. All right. And we've got some levels to monitor here. Daily pivot and then here. So 2 zones to monitor. Okay, don't trade in between these blocks. Trade above or below them. All right. Nasdaq daily. Still bearish. There's that retest. But again, at what stage is somebody going to take the mantle and say, let's buy some of it? This is maybe a good discount. I'm going to also be bullish, just purely based on somebody in the US or some big boy is going to say, dude, I'm ready to buy it. Here's that 200 daily EMA. It can't be all that bad. We loved Nvidia at all-time highs. We loved Nasdaq at all-time highs. Why are we hating it now, close to the yearly open? I don't know. Nasdaq, very simple for me, above there. That zone there. If we can get above there, beautiful. Otherwise, sells below here, buys above. Okay. Gold, let's look at, Chad, gold has broken my heart this week. Purely based on how the weekly has been trading. I was super bullish starting off the week with this closure, this first time closure above this level. Just came all the way back, but yeah, we'll see what she does. Daily, little to no bottom wick, but Chad, again, I have to be bullish. Similar to yesterday, I cannot be bearish. Looking at the statistical probability of this entire range that we've traded in. Yesterday was the first time in since April that we've had 4 consecutive bearish daily candle closures. So purely just based off that, again, I'm bullish. Okay. For the guys that don't know, I took a long again, similar setup to yesterday. The only thing here is it's a little bit different. Project G guys, you know what I was talking about last night. Actually go, when I do the recording, I'm going to post it to you. And I said there's 2 scenarios here for me. We hold the weekly S1 overnight. Okay. I actually drew out the sell scenario and the buy scenario. I said we hold the weekly S1. It is a Wednesday. We create some type of a double bottom. We confirm a support. 2 bullish candle closures is a confirmed support for me. Okay. It's also on the weekly S1. All right. So I took it on the candle close. Let me just take you guys through this position. I took it on the candle close as soon as that 4-hour closed. And then I added another one as it pulled back closer to this level here. All right, so there's my 2 positions. And if it was going to pull down to the 50, that would have been my last add. Okay, so those positions are in. It is running quite nicely. For the Ultimate Trader guys, we spoke about it yesterday as well. So you actually this is your 3rd beautiful trade. So you're on a win streak this week. When it comes to the 5-minute, let's quickly do this. Let me just remove all of this quickly for us. Now the question is, Chris, you already in a trade, beautiful. What about us? Yeah, for all of you guys. So Asia Highs, very simple for us. Asia Highs, we want that retest to hold. If Asia Highs does not hold, we're in trouble. Then daily R1 is the resistance. We come into the daily pivot and then ultimately all the way back down here. All right, but 80 is looking bearish, Chad. Believe it or not, it is looking bearish, and we in buys, so we're ready to pivot. But that is my analysis. Keegs, over to you, my brother.
All right, let's dive right into it. Okay, guys, so let's start off with DXY. As I said with Chris, I have not a clue what this is. I haven't checked the chat there, but I don't think anyone knows what this is. Might be a bit of a glitch, but obviously technically it does throw you off a little bit over there. But we're going to just see what happens. End of the day, what I will still take, even if it was a glitch or not, it held the weekly S1 perfectly. So we can take away from that what you want to. Obviously, massive gap though because of that. So it does throw a little bit of a twist in there. I mean, it moves some of your levels around now, for example, the EQ and the pivot. So they might not be as important if, for example, there was a glitch. So that's things you have to take note of now when this happens, how it throws some other type of levels out. But we can see obviously trading down Asia lows. We are back under that daily key level. So quite an interesting one there for me. Obviously, we have been bearish. It is Thursday. We're going out into it. Today, again, we have news. So this is the one of the 2 days this week. We have news. Obviously, what unemployment claims coming back. Already off the rip, I don't know what the numbers are. I haven't looked. But obviously, just talking about the unemployment rate, I'm going to go on a limb and just say, obviously, it's an expected increase with everything that's going on. So probably a higher number, which is going to be dollar weakness. So when we talk about it that way, this one-way momentum, what I probably would like to see is a little bit of a fake out, even holding this EQ as a bit of support for now to get back to the monthly S1 or around the daily key level. where then I'm going to actually look forward to have that bearish momentum and continuation to the downside. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. Yeah, we want to see a little bit of a fake out, a little bit of a bullish push back the fact that we have gone bearish straight away, to obviously go there. And then end of the day, like I said, depending on what this was, you can always look for the fill of it and that break for continuation. So going to be quite an interesting one here for us. I know a lot of people are talking about today, tomorrow, going to be trending days on the market. So we're going to have to see about that. Obviously, we do know there is news coming in today, so keep a lookout for that one. But definitely bearish on the dollar today. With NASDAQ though, again, I said this to you guys, I can't flip bullish until I've got reason to flip bullish. Unemployment claims, short-lived, but not something that's going to turn around these markets. So, for example, we might get a higher print, which can come up. But again, you have to understand, especially with US 30 and those type of things, those commodities with a higher unemployment rate, that also can mean those pairs also trade bearish with the dollar. There's something a lot of people don't understand, so that definitely can still go bearish as well at the same time. So on the 4 hour, when we look here, obviously big break to the downside, broke this level of support. Now it comes down to the retest. Obviously we got a little bit of a level right above there, as we can see over here. So we got that psychological level, daily key level 1800 flat. Just a little bit failure of a test there, but we traded up Asia highs, just missing the daily pivot, and now trading back down. Two things very, very simply for me. If we are going to naturally see DXY go off, could we see this hold this level again and go bullish? Because now you've got this 4 hour level over here, you've got a daily key level, you are showing structures starting to break and go back to the top side, so we can see that movement come in here. So even though I am bearish, very similar to what we saw in USD Nasdaq yesterday, I'm probably going to look for this level to be held to go test up here the EQ 200 EMA, and then later probably into the day New York, after the news, things like that, then we might get that sell off afterwards. So again, we're going to keep a lookout for that, but I'm going to be looking for the buys on Nasdaq if we can hold this level on some closures going into today. Then with US 30, what am I looking at here? Again, same thing. We're not really looking at any 4 hour support levels, but we do still have a daily key level here that we are keeping our eyes focused on. So on the 15, we can see same thing, obviously a big bearish on the 4 hours. So we want to see this kind of be retraced a little bit. We can see obviously the weekly S1. So on the 4 hour, this is a nice clean breakaway from the 4 hour over here. We can see from all the way up there, down here, again, weekly S1 over there. So naturally, we want to see that S1 be tested. So when we look here on the 15, again, we have a nice little move here, a little bit of a switch around, change of character. We can see this retest and now continuing bullish. So what I'm personally going to look for is if we can hold Asia highs, even this little bit of a fake out, now holding this key level, if we can break again, look for those buys to continue back up to that weekly S1 for the retest. And if we break through there, again, not rejecting like we saw over there, if we can break through, hold this support, we can definitely have that continuation back to the EQ and possibly even higher. But again, just going to see how long these buys will last before we have the massive sell-off. If you guys remember yesterday, very, very simple. Unluckily, we took our sells over there, came back up, tested that level of resistance and the support, and then there was the big sell-off. So today, same thing. I think we might get that. A little bit of support, looking strong on the market. That news can help it, getting all the way up here, like we say, and then the big sell-off can come again later into the evening. So we're just going to see what happens. Then lastly, with gold. Gold is a tricky one for me, guys. I am still obviously bullish. We are looking at that again. Yesterday, we did still close bearish. But the problem for me is that's why we are neutral at the moment, is even though we are closing there, if you look at yesterday, I said to you, why I was neutral was we tested this level over here, the daily S1 from, well, today's daily S1. Again, became a level of support over there. We had a massive rejection off of it and then closed above. Then we closed bearish again, but testing the weekly S1 and holding that very, very nicely. Yesterday, we traded bullish to come all the way back down, flipping close to the end of the day. But even though we tested, still closing back above this weekly S1. So the thing I want to just take note of about this is the fact we do see a lot of price coming in there. Even though we are closing bearish again, we are seeing the markets holding this level very, very nicely. Now when we look at the 4 hour, we are back above this level of support. We obviously have our daily pivot EQ in the middle of the range. We know that likes to identify big volume days, but we also see right there in the middle, not only right between the EQ daily pivot in this level of support, you're also going to have that 200 EMA scrolling around there, which we know becomes quite a general on the dollar. So what I'm going to be looking for here, guys, quite simply is even on the 15 now, you can see we are trying to trade here. You got your EMAs crossing over, and we are back above the 200. So if we can hold there, personally, I am going to look now to either see any possible type of retest here. The fact we have had retests and breaks and holds, either a retest there, otherwise above the daily R1, look for a continuation bar to the previous daily highs or back up to this level of resistance over here by the monthly pivot. So definitely still going to be looking for the bars on gold today. But that is everything from me, guys.
Keys, I really want to say incredible analysis. The way you handled yourself, it's, dude, it is mad. Chad, incredible stuff. Seeing it, you guys are seeing it firsthand, yeah. And it is beautiful. Markets are about to open in 25 seconds. We need that horn. There we go. Oi. Let's go. I want to go over to my screen now as well. Alrighty. Chad, let's see how we open up here. Alright, Chad, it is officially the round 7, believe it or not, of the week. Ding, 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 ding. Fight. That's a little bit extra bit of juice for gold. Guys, for the guys that took the long with us earlier this morning, the Mo Strat coming to a store near you very soon. I'm looking at this 200, and as long as we hold that, we are looking beautiful. It is looking incredible for us. So yeah, let's lock it in. What is the average price so we can just monitor it? Let me just check here for us. Average price between the two, it's basically 93.70. 93.70. So that is basically our average price there. All right, and our TP is 24.04. That is light work, man. Come on, boy. Yes. 24.04.
Yeah, bro. Can I tell you a bright moment I had, eh?
Yeah.
So yesterday I was like, after having a look at that stuff with the PC,
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I'm going to treat myself, get myself my new CPU.
Oh, did you treat yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. How did that go?
I just realized that's a like new CPU.
And it doesn't fit on your motherboard.
Now I need a new motherboard. And the new motherboard means I'm going from DDR4 also to DDR5. So that means I also need RAM now. So the little treat is now turned into...
It turned into a Fiesta. Chad, I can't even... Where's the Chad? Here we go. Chad, beautiful. Markets are open and in motion. We are already in profits.
That's what you got it.
So let's see where we are going with this. Beautiful. Chad, fundamental Chad, we didn't forget about you. Don't stress, we will never forget about fundamental Chad. Every morning, as usual, Slushy Cakes, Dylan Savage, and BG, Bevan Host. So let's check it out. USD franc loses traction around 8.519. Thursday's early European session down 0.3 on the day. US Fed is expected to cut rates more aggressively beginning in September. Strong safe haven demand benefits the Swiss franc against the greenback. The Japanese yen experienced downward pressure after the dovish remarks from BOJ Deputy Governor Uchida. Give me some wasabi on that, Uchida, please. BOJ summary of opinions emphasizes targeting a neutral rate of at least around 1% as a medium-term goal. Traders expect a deeper rate cut by the U.S. Federal Reserve in September. As traders are deep in profits, deeper rate cuts are on deck. Top of the morning, Dylan Savage, 2 peaches and a pear. Asian stocks turn high in choppy trade. Growth concerns persist. RBA Governor Bullock said it is absolutely bollocks that we cannot raise rates at this current stage due to the upside risk to inflation. RBI keeps interest rates unchanged at 6.5. Actually, RBA, but we forgive you, Dylan. The upcoming July Consumer Price Index report is expected to reinforce the trend of slowing inflation, according to analysts at Wells Fargo. US consumers racked up less spending on credit cards in June. Total consumer credit rose 8.93 billion in June, slowing from a 13.95 billion gain seen in the prior month. If you can do a little bit of math, what is that going to do to inflation? Consumer spending going down. All right, what demand? Okay, Chad, you got it. Where's BG? BG, did we miss BG? Here we go. Dude, did BG just give us in other news? That's literally BG for the day. In other news, violets are blue, roses are red. At 11 p.m., someone shot DXY in the head. She tried to recover. How nobody knows, but for the rest of today, we can expect it to hover. All right. Okay. Love the song. Yes, Chasing Waterfalls, Chad. But yeah, Chad, we are here today. Morning, Chris. I see gold bulls are coming into the market, but price printing, dude, it's still bearish. It is still bearish. That is the only thing. It is still very much bearish. It's the only good thing here for me is that we haven't traded below the weekly S1, and that is what's giving me the idea we can at least come back to this zone here. All right, even if we're going to continue lower, but yeah, we'll need to see. I'm just monitoring this 15-minute because obviously the 15-minute this entire week has just been a massive. There you can see on Monday, around about 9 o'clock this time, the 200 acted as a resistance and we just died. Can the 200 now today act as a support and we just pump? That's the idea. 2 different days, exactly the same time, exactly the same spot. Or is this just a little fake out like yesterday when I said we need to monitor this 15 as well, and then just boom, first little fake out, little retest, and it said goodbye. See you guys a little bit later. So yeah, Chad. Let's see what is happening here on deck. And then also, Chad, look at that. JSE just absolutely mollywopped here this morning. Again, Hang Seng not really convincingly higher on the day. Nikkei down also almost 1%. So Asia not giving us any positive flows, and that's why I stayed out of the JSE this morning for the guys that came in late. So no JSE trade this morning. And then US 30 Keegs, that's what I forgot in our meeting this morning. All of those trade statements for us to start. Chad, we're gonna start doing some data analysis on the firecracker. We've got some beautiful stuff coming for you guys. Let me see if I missed anything here. Liesel Foster, good morning. JP Morgan CEO said institutions bought the dip while retail investors selling on panic. A classic pump and dump. There you go. Like I said, Chad. Actually somebody asked me, 2Gs guys, I apologize. I'm going to send it in, I'm going to actually send it to, no, I'm not going to send it to everyone. Somebody would now sell it again, post it on Instagram. I'll post it in the G's chat. But check the G's chat.
What are you referring to?
That buy the dip. Chip and dip, let it rip. Oh, let me bring this across. Okay. Okay, here we go. G's chat all the way from Russia with love. There you go. Okay. Can the 5 minutes bro, you bearish in gold as well, eh?
On gold.
Yeah.
I actually
Neutral.
like the bars.
Oh, you like the bars.
The bars.
Chad, let's see. DXY is a glitch. I look at MT5. Okay, sweet. Daily close was bullish. That is very weird. That is very, very, very weird. Okay, Chad, I think I'm caught up on the chat here. You guys are relatively quiet here this morning. I know it's been tough, Chad. I know it's been tough. It shouldn't actually have been this tough. Like I told Keegan here, for the guys that have been taking the gold trades, dude, let me just show you guys. This is what not following a plan looks like. Okay. I want to show this to you guys. Okay, let me just see what you guys see. Okay, let me just bring this to the left. Just bring it like that. Okay, chat. So let's quickly look at it. The gold swings this week so far. What time frame is this? The 30-minute. Okay, let me put it on the 15. So that is the trade from yesterday. Remember, we scaled in, so we took our first position. Give me a second here. Dude, let me just insert the object here. Okay, there we go. It looks incredible. Okay, chat. So yesterday, there was our first buy. There was our second buy. We scaled into the position. Beautiful. It ran. Let me just bring a line on here as well. Sorry guys, not like trading view. There we go. So beautifully from our average price, it ran to the high. It ran 150 pips. We technically should have been out of the trade. Should have been a 2% trade. Called it a day. Beautiful. We keep it moving. That's yesterday. Closed the one for break even. All right. And then the other position, the lower position I had last night. Beautiful. There you can see hit break even on that. So from being up potentially 2% to 0% gain. Okay. We've got these two bars now that, again, we're taking the shot. But this time I'm going for the 1-to-1. All right. So not gonna, it's just bad trade management. Then Monday, let me just copy this. This was the trade on Monday. Let me just bring this line chart as well. This was the trade on Monday. There was that dip. We bought it there. This trade again, some of you actually called it a week there. This thing again ran 150 pips there. Again, should have been out. It should have been a beautiful 1%. And I was ignorant. I was honestly, this is where ego, this is where I almost want to say that predisposition bias on a pair. I was super bullish on gold. And I was like, bro, I'm happy to eat a stop here. I'm going to eat a stop with love. But I'm not going to allow a trade to stop me out at break even and then run to the upside. Took that stop there. And then this was, no, I don't think this was swings. Oh yeah, this was the scalps from last week. This was the scalps from last week. So in all essence, the week shouldn't have been this heavy. The way it just feels cuck. It feels like a cuck week. and it shouldn't be that way. Weirdly enough, that already is over 300 pips, and then this trade this morning hasn't really run too heavy. It ran like 70 pips. So if this one also goes and claps a TP for 100 pips, that is 400 pips in a week, which I would have then only caught 100 of it. I was in it, and that's why I say unrealized profit is nothing. Unrealized profit it doesn't mean shit. If you didn't close the trade, that unrealized profit is what it is. Anyways, there we go. Did you get okay, the boys are asking me about the build, Keeks.
I'm gonna answer them. Let's check here.
It's been I'd rather not show you my account. Hey babe.
No, I'll answer that about the build, yeah.
This one, this current song or the previous one, I'll drop the playlist in the chat for you guys. It's the NCS work play playlist. Play work. Gold, stop doing this to us, bro. Like, that's childish, my bro. Alright. No grabber kick today, Kicks, or
No, I don't really like either of them.
I'll check what you're saying. EQ above the Asia and US 30.
Yeah.
EQ above the daily pivot, also Asia. Kribas kak praat gras was baby al verskeie kere deur 'n quiz. Plan the trade the plan. Bevan, so I'm gonna be very honest with you. These last 2 weeks, I didn't do that. That is literally the last 2 weeks should have been incredible, and it turned into a shit show because of that. You're not following the plan. As the trade starts to move now, it's like, okay, this thing can go to the weekly pivot. I'm gonna swing here for the fences. I'm gonna do this. No, that's cuck. I had a sit down with myself last night, and I just realigned myself to say, this is what you should be doing. This is how the strat should be traded. And then also for the firecracker, myself and Keegan said we're going to go and crunch the numbers, not a thing of in our head like, oh no, but the firecracker did a phase 1 and a phase 2, this and that. No, we're going to crunch the numbers, and we're going to come back next week with concrete numbers to say, okay, Mondays we don't trade it, or Mondays we trade it, we do the opposite. Fridays we trade it this. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, this is what we're doing. The bias, instead of using that for bias, we do this. So concrete answers, evidence-based trading. So already no bottom wicks. We're not even waiting for a bottom wick anymore. That's like it's not even a thing anymore, Chad. Believe it or not. Bottom wicks. That's a no from me, dog. Me neither, Chris. It's been tough these last 2. Yeah, I think it's just like all the volatility. We get a little bit emotional. We get a little bit excited. There's a lot happening. So I think we just lose sight a little bit. And it's just that slowing everything down. Bringing everything just down a notch. Yeah, Keegan raw dogged a gaming session last night where he didn't use his mouse, he only used his keyboard. for 7 hours. Have you seen that new trend? Guys sitting in a plane and then they're like just raw dogged 10-hour flight, no water, no movie, just a map, and then they sit like this for 10 hours on a flight.
No way.
Didn't you see that? That's
No.
not like a thing now. Just raw dog a trip to Cape Town.
Yeah, Fobs, you definitely can, bro. No, you definitely can get a setup B. It's just purely because like what I'm doing at the moment, I'm not wanting to go for that. But I'm not saying I'm not going to take something. I might still, but yeah, like I only want to take selective ones because that's the thing with those grubbers. You can be selective with them. Take two a week, bro, and those things pay off.
Sure, do you guys have like setup Bs and setup? What is this, bro?
Don't worry, yeah.
What is this setup Bs and setup? What is this code?
We're coming for you, bro.
New age stuff, stupid, but bro, I don't know. And then people are like, it was like the plank years ago. Who remembers the plank challenge? And then everyone was like plank, bro. And it's like you've got grown-ass people acting like they're plank on different... Like then one guy would plank on a fridge onto a door, and it's like, wow, look at that. That man's planking ability is incredible. Try the kick pass instead. We clawed back 30% last night in 10 minutes. We're coming back, Keegs. Ayo. Dude, the great challenge was... dude, I saw some people really get hurt with that thing. Yo, some people really cracking their backs. The crate challenge was actually, dude, it was horrific to see. People just breaking their spines and yo, Eti, that's never gonna end well, my bro. That is always gonna end in tears. Yo, checks, I don't believe it, bro. I don't believe it. Unless you do a time lapse, I don't believe it. Jank plays, I'm looking at silver with gold and I'm waiting for silver. Alright, yeah. I'm just monitoring gold. We are obviously already in those positions, in the swing positions. So at any stage, can I just kill it? We're still up about 0.5%. But yeah, if we can't hold this 15, then it's exactly the same as yesterday and as Monday, where it is literally just going to reject this level and it's going to continue lower. Alright, so yeah, that's all I'm looking at here. I'm patiently looking and I'm ready to act on it. The only thing though is that there's two things for me. We're trading above the 200 on the 5, which is beautiful. We're trading above this key level, which is also nice. Asia highs, we created a new high on the day, so there's a new high we can target. And then also we haven't tested, we haven't tested Asia highs, and if this level holds, then obviously we can go and retest these session highs. Alright, so that is why I'm just patient. I don't want to kill it. It's a 4-hour trade, so I don't want to be too hasty on a 4-hour trade. The entire idea with a 4-hour trade is you don't micromanage it. So we have got room to at least come and test this flat body resistance area.
Go micromanage it, bro.
Bro, why must I micromanage it? I'm already married and I've got 2 kids. There's enough micromanagement.
Hey, damn, you guys are actually up quite a bit, eh?
Yeah, no, we don't play, bro. We don't play.
We're on a C.
Yeah, no, the 4 hour this week actually produced. But anyways, we'll see, chat. DXY, let's quickly have a run through here. DXY, as I mentioned, Asia lows, daily EQ, Kiki level, Kiki, do you love me? All right, Kiki, yeah. EQ, Asia lows. Order flow is still somewhat bearish. You can see from that key level there. Order flow is clearly bearish. If you're telling me this is bullish order flow, yeah, get in touch with me. Just show me. So it is looking bearish. US 30, as I mentioned, I don't want to touch it in this zone. This is the no touch zone. Either buys from here if it holds this, or sells below. So there's two scenarios here. We dip in here and we do something like that for the buy, all right, or we do something like this. We actually just punch through it and we're going lower, all right. Again, I'm bullish purely due to the fact that we've been down for so many days. At one stage, somebody's gonna say, dude, let me take a little punt at it. Like, let me take a little squizzle. I've got some cash laying around. Let me show the boys I can also do some lotto plays, and somebody's gonna kickstart that little bull cycle back to the upside. So that's all I'm saying. I've seen it. It's just waiting for everyone to get super bearish, and then once everyone's super bearish, like boom, it's gonna clap everyone. So
just wipe them all out.
Just a little clapperino.
Bro, I just realized, are we meant to have the new layout stuff on the stream today?
I haven't had time to do it. It takes long. Last time I thought it's quick, and it was like an hour and a half resetting everything. Okay, what did I miss here? Kiki say ja, Kribo jy kan maar kom. Okay. Gold is just playing inside Tuesday high and Monday low. Moses, perfect. 100%. Still rangy. Kiki. Chad, I'm honestly, if we bag this trade, this trade on gold, I feel it's a good week. It should have been a lot better. It should have been like a 5% week purely off the gold trades, but I'll take it. We regroup. We lick our wounds. We come back stronger. But let's see, 3 minutes for this 15-minute candle. So we're playing a little bit in this area here. And what we want to see here, Chad, is we want to see a hold above this level. Okay, so we already had rejection off the daily R1. We already had rejection off the 2,400 level. So big level here already. That is where this move from yesterday also started. So not a small level to contend with. 80 on the 5 minute. Dude, you rate its degen activity going with a... So the thing is, I'm up quite a bit on that position. So do I hedge it? Yeah. Because then this hedge here, I can move the other ones to break even. Then that hedge becomes your anchor position. You know what I'm saying? Then you go, but yeah, bro, but that's chalk. No, Chad, it's... What is that? What do you think, Keeks?
My boy is catching on some naughty trouble things here, bro. He's looking for danger.
Okay, team. What I will say is I'm gonna go break even. What does break even look like for me? Break even is in the middle of these two. Yeah, I'm just gonna chat. I just wanna see what is the. So the average price is 93.80. All right. 93. Yeah, so it's basically where it is. Yeah. Chat, I was just going to break even. It is, bro, it is so unnecessary because, yeah, here's the thing. Rejection. Question is, do we hedge? Because think about it. 15-minute is still creating bullish order flow. 15 minutes still creating bullish order flow. I'm still bullish on the day. I'm break even either way, chat. So let's see. We break even. Let's see if we can grab that. What is the TP? 0421. Let's see if we can grab it. That will be a nice little treat here on the day. That could be a beautiful little treat. There's Asia Highs. Go test it for us. Hold it. And only cuck is the 80, bro. It's bearish. It's bearish. Okay. We'll see, chat. Okay. Let's see. Very well, thank you. GJ longs look good. Bro, I haven't even looked at GJ in weeks, months. Don't be greedy. Always next time. Yana Humanity. Not really greedy. The plan always was a 1-to-1. So this target level is just following the plan. That's a 1-to-1. That's what I should have done yesterday and on Monday. 1-to-1 in and out. So just following the plan going forward. If it's a break even, I'm happy to concede to gold. Then gold took this one. And the only reason I went break even is because due to this 15. This 15 200 EMA is somewhat of a little beast. We've seen it here. We've seen that 200 there, so is there anything that, ooh, look at that. Anything in the short term you're looking at, Keegs, that's it's popping out to you there?
I'm just watching your study, yeah. I must say, like, again, Chad, this is the thing. So, as I said, this isn't the grabber kick. The setup isn't here for the grabber kick. But I always say this because this is where I promise you the markets, even at our level, experience, you want to say it, like, we sit here, everything's fine. But then we get to the point where I'm like, oh, indices are really moving in like London again. And that's how I'll start be like, okay, maybe I must trade them. And I'll blow up. And it's just like, okay, don't trade them. Just leave it, walk away. So it's like a trap. But gold, nothing yet for me.
Bro, break evens are horrific.
Do you think a break even?
No, it's very close. It's sniffing.
Wait, hold on. Am I missing something?
Sniffing.
Bro, you were so high in profit.
I was super high, Keeks. I was super high in profits. You said set and forget, Keeks.
Whoa. I did not say...
Chadu, Keegan is always the one. Let that thing run.
Okay,
full TP.
hold on. I was gonna say my thing is after literally the conversation you had last night.
No. Okay, so this is actually following the plan.
Okay.
Yeah. No. So this is fine. This is following the plan. Yesterday, Monday, that was just cuck break evens, to be honest.
Hey.
Alrighty. Chad, let's see gold. What are we doing? Okay, here we go, Chad. As mentioned, if we cannot hold 23.95, we're coming back inside the Asia range and we're going low. Asia low. But then also consider yesterday morning, break above Asia high, held Asia high around about 10 o'clock, and then had a beautiful push to the upside. So that's why I say we need to hold it. Otherwise, this becomes the fake out, and we are going low and slow. Right, DXY finding some resistance here in our grey block, just putting up a big wall of defense here for the dollar, saying you shall not pass. US 30 dipping its toe into the grey box as well. Keegan said he's already long from this 1 minute engulfing. No, I'm kidding. Are you going to take a grabber from his previous daily low?
No.
Really?
I want to see something. Remember, I'm aggressive.
Yeah.
So the guys know that's the difference of the A and the B setup. The one is an aggressive entry. The one is your difference in target. So then you need entry criteria. So,
right.
for example, if I had to take that one, I need a criteria.
Right, Chad. Here we go. It is what a quiet Thursday. Yes.
I think, honestly, for me, I think because there is a news, when there is a news day, even though it's not like a major news event, I think the markets are still going to be relatively quiet for it.
When we break our rules, yes, checks. It just feels good. R&D. You get away with a lot of things. Oh shit! This was just for R&D. Are you guys streaming tomorrow? I want to stream. I will still chat to Keegs. I'm actually going to chat to Keegs now. Give me a second. But okay, Chad, Keeks, what was the executive decision there?
Chris and myself are going to Turkey for hair transplants.
There we go.
To treat ourselves for Women's Day. Nah, we're just joking, Chad. But the 2Gs I have to let you guys know, we thought we were going to end it the right way because it's Women's Day. The misses, they're going to be streaming tomorrow.
Yeah,
so
there we go.
LCB and Kate are going to be in office. They're gonna be streaming USD.
They're gonna be like, "What's up, Chad? It is the bad bitches of GQ. Is it CQ or
GGQ.
GG QQ
W's in the chat.
QQMW's in the chat.
All right, but no, okay. Serious chat. We are gonna stream tomorrow, but we're doing one stream.
Yeah.
So we'll be here for London, and then we also deserve some time off.
Yes. So I'm gonna have to sit my wife down and be like, Liffy, W, dit beteken je wen. And then she's gonna be, but wat het ek gewen? No, W is just like winning. But what? But what are we winning? No, it's okay. All right. I think you need to go back to your office. Okay. View account, and the thing is, Ryan, believe it or not, they will be streaming in bikinis. Yeah. And when I say they, me and Keegan, you boys thought you're gonna come in here. Bro, listen here, we never spoke about okay, we were supposed to speak on it that Friday, but this entire PDF file thing with all of the streamers and the boys.
What?
PDF, like you can't, bro, you'll get PDF file.
I'm with you.
Yeah, PDF file, Mr. Beast, all of these.
I'm with you.
Doctor Disrespect, old bro. Yes, dude, it is mad.
There's that other guy's cameraman. It's
weird.
I know it's FaZe Lacey, and then it's also Car's cameraman as well. It was Car's.
Yeah, Carlson. That's
yeah. Also his cameraman.
Yo, dude.
Hey, bro.
Who saw when Akon was singing by the PDF? Which PDF file? Dantago, Steerman.
To be fair, I wouldn't do anything wrong there. Like, what to be up at 1.5 hour, bro. Like, that's a valid reason to be break even.
Yeah. What you can do, that was that. Did Vitaly and Akon catch a PDF file? Damn, bro. Vitaly is just a weird dude. Dantago, what I suggest you do is, my brother, go and check the times. So from when you enter, go measure the time up until it hits your break even, and then the time from when a break even was hit till when it hit TP. So instead of having a 1.5 R as the only criteria to go to break even, you also have a time limit to say that you've seen your stop loss gets hit within an hour on average. And then you say, I give a 1.5 R and it needs to be 2 hours into the trade before I go break even. So you put a time requirement on as well. I hope that makes sense. Special day 888. Yes. Chad, with it being a special day 888, I've got a little 888 mix for you guys. Just a little one. I know Keegan gets weirded out. It triggers. It's the frequency of abundance. So, what is that? What is that pan called? Is it a pan drum? You guys?
Yeah, we go.
There we go, chat. Sorry, Keeks, we have to just a little bit, just for 888. Let's give it 10 minutes. Let's just see if we can get gold into abundance. All right, chat. 888. Let's just start vibrating on the 888. Let's check here.
Giddy, yeah, there's save videos. So like our prep sessions, our educational calls, Q&As. Then there is the educational videos that are saved videos. There's all of that.
Time requirement, thanks. Yes, Dantago. Let's do that time requirement. Alright, Chad.
Bro, I was actually talking about that. Carl mentioning that there. Who the hell is this?
Hey man, that son of mine is cute. So when they wash hair, like my wife, she has to blow dry their hair so they don't get sick. I don't know. I don't know if it's like an old age thing where it's always like you can't even nat hare gaan slaap nie, jy sal siek word. So it's like a thing in our house. Like no child has got wet hair, and the only way she could blow it is like very quickly, and he's just a little menace. And I heard him laugh, and it's got this weird laugh. He laughs like a little bird, and I'm like, what is going on? And it's like my Horus is Papason, and that's when I called him. And yeah, I had a good laugh. And it's like, he's actually English. That's the weird thing. We speak Afrikaans in the house, and he obviously is one of those YouTube babies. So he grew up with the tablet and YouTube. So for the most part, he speaks English, and then we also just started speaking English to him. But so his Afrikaans is weird. Like, what did he say? Something like Papason, or he speaks very weird Afrikaans. Is it? Hy's 'n regte Engelsman. Like soos in Papason. Like soos in. He wanted to. Anyways, like soos in Papason. Yeah, head cold or real. My mama has a 1 hour wait rule for pores to close to not. Yeah, bro, that's the thing, eh? The parents have this thing about wet hair, and if you go out in the cold, and my thing is just how all of a sudden, how do you activate the virus in your body just by the cold? And like, if you sleep with the aircon on, you'll get sick. And it's like, bro, how? Explain that to me. Alright. Just look at that 888 doing a number here for gold. Oh, no bottom wick on this. Mind blown, don't have an answer. Yeah, it's just weird. Like like even the cold thing. Like how does the cold make you sick? Then you think about it. Guys are doing cold plunges, and then I'm like, I don't understand it. We like, no, you need to be warm, and then there's dudes every morning jumping into an ice bath, 3-degree water. And it's like all of these benefits of the cold plunge. And then our parents say, no cold. They cry fruit. Dude, it's mad. If you tell me that obviously, if you think about it, we warm-blooded beings. So if you tell me that if your operating temperature is lower, that puts your body under stress, and that makes you more suspect to get flu, and that I understand. But you cannot say, for me personally, that the cold is the root cause of the virus, or if it's a viral or bacterial infection, whatever you get. So I don't know. Obviously, we've got a ideal temperature where our body just functions, and I think if you obviously you start playing around with that, then your body goes under a little bit of stress. Even if you think about Gary Brecker talking about the cold plunge, is that the benefit comes in the shock proteins that your liver starts producing once you get into the cold to try and keep you alive. So you're forcing your body into a stressful situation, and by doing that, you're forcing your body to produce a certain enzyme. So call it biohacking, you can call it a lot of things, but ultimately that's what it's about. I have a culture, dude. I did it for a while, but like when it's already cold in the morning and the cold shower, that one day I hyperventilated. I thought like I'm gonna die now. Right, are you for real now? Ryan, I don't know if that is a thing. Putting your baby outside for a nap to get used to the cold water. Wim Hof method apparently works. I would think it works. I think there's a lot of. My thing is always, if there's research to back it up, then you can't deny the research. You can't deny the stats. So there is definitely research that suggests that cold therapy, thermal therapy, does work. Oh, Etty, hey man, naughty. Those cold plunges, yes, it's difficult, no lie. No, dude. So I was at a stage where I really felt comfortable with the cold. It's but it's a thing. If you stop for even a week, to get back into it is a struggle. Chris, Swedish folks, okay. Is it the Swedes that also do the steam room? Then they run out, lay in the snow, bring their temperature down again, and then go into the steam room again. Sauna and dude, I loved it. Only thing is, I stopped doing the sauna thing or the steam room at gym because, dude, I would get sick, my guy. Like about every month, I would like pick something up. And if you think about it, a steam room at a gym is just a cesspool for germs and bacteria. And then I just said no. What? Chad, anyone know what is the ideal temperature for a bacteria? Steam room, ideal environment for bacteria and germs to grow. Yeah, bro, I'm done. Athlete's foot, fungal, thrive in warm, humid. No, bro, it's chalked for me. That's a big no for me, dog. Steam room is stiff, sauna is lacquer. Bro. Etty, what steam room are you where there's ball sweat? So, Chad, here's my thing. When I went to go and train in the mornings, I was usually one of the first guys in the steam room, because you go and train at 5, 6 o'clock in the steam room. So you're one of the first guys to go in there. And the one day and he was an Asian guy, and bro was completely naked, and I'm like, no, my dude. I'm like, that's a no. That's a big no. And I told him, I'm like, my dude, I'm like, no, I'm like, please, my brother. And it was strict. I'm like, bro, no. I'm like, that's a. And then one day as well, another guy was sitting half naked there, and I was spraying the thing and like purposefully sprayed it a little bit on him, and I'm like, oh, sorry, man, just to like try and invoke some emotion there to then say, no, my dude, why did you spray me? Because, bro, you don't have any clothes on, come on, be better. Because why do majority of white moms walk with their kids without a blanket? I've seen this in the malls. It's the low cut crawlers. Tried it in a colored culture and sien hoe word jy geskel. No, bro, yeah, some people. Oh, wait, sorry. Say again.
Are you just still listening to this?
Yeah, bro, it's bringing. Trying to get gold up here.
Is this what you? Are you sure this isn't killing gold?
No, it's keeping it in a range. It's keeping it in a range to rub. No, I don't think there's such thing as unisex saunas. I don't think that's on, to be honest.
Saunas?
Yeah, I don't think unisex saunas should be a thing.
No. Unless it's like in your house, obviously.
Yeah,
but like
no.
At a gym and stuff, no.
Yeah, Jared, bro. No, Jared. So I'm done. I'm vibrating, bro. Yeah, I'm also vibrating. If you put my hand now on a wine glass, it will literally realigning. Let's go, man. So, Chad, what I was looking for me at home was like the infrared saunas. They're not too expensive. Infrared sauna. I think it's like you can get one for like 20, 30 grand. But I like the steam room though. The steam room is just different. Steam room is these ones, Chad. I was looking at one like this. I think it's a little one, but I don't know how good it is. Like, is it worth it? Are you gonna get a good sweat in there? Keegan, I'm just going to throw it over to your screen. It's on a phone. This is that lady, Talita.
No stress. Alright, what's the J been saying? And they could be very interested in third eye is opening up. Is a unisex one vision active here by me. Maybe day by Jake, I'm Chris, family stars one just for you, bro. That's the thing. I always say to guys, I don't think they understand in general just like how big Chris is, like as a person. Because even me, like I'm not small like height wise, like width and all that type of stuff, but like if you still see me next to Chris, it's like what the hell? Like obviously Caitlin's small, like she's short. Let's put it that way. I think if I say she's small, I'm gonna get smacked. Let's just say she's short, okay? But like if we found a normal photo of like me with another guy, like other than Chris, let's just find one here quickly. I mean, okay, like Shaq, for example. Shaq isn't the smallest person, but like you can see how much bigger we are than him. Yo, is there not a photo? Okay, I can't compare it to family. But I mean, in general, if you had to go through any of our posts, like Chris and myself aren't small people. But yet, like I say, you put me next to Chris, and you can still see a big size difference. So yeah, it's a bit crazy. Hey guys, how you doing? We doing great, bro. You're able to Incrobo, dry sauna. Lots else we're doing. Chris, you could even get a portable stream room for home for far cheaper. The infrared saunas are relatively good too. Hey, is Shaq selling a trading bot now, Keeks, bro? I don't know. I really haven't been up to date with what he's doing. I know he was doing I saw somebody made also his like own indicator type of thing, but other than that, I don't know what he's doing, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Chris, you can even get a portable steam room for home for far cheaper. Jared, send me something, bro. I wanna steam, my guy, but not at the gym. The gym is all right, Chad. We are going back to the rough and the hard stuff here. Here we go, baby. Come on, gold. Shaq sounding scammy nowadays, not gonna lie. Is Shaq selling a trading bot now? Yo, I don't know. I don't know, for me, for some reason, some guys, their social media is just constantly selling. And I'm not talking specifically about anyone. I'm just talking in general. Like if I come onto your social media and every time you're selling me something, then it's like, yo.
Like my thing is, bro, end of the day, it's still a social media.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I do. Cool, I can know that's an aspect of you, and I can know all that, but that's not a business page. It's not like I'm going out there and I'm following Mug and Bean, and then when they're showing me meals and food, I get upset. Like, no, that's what they do. But when I'm following you, I want to see an aspect of your life. I want to see who you are, other than just that. But also, that's actually takes me back to something I was going to ask you earlier. So with regards to that video from last night.
What video?
With Daniel.
Oh, yeah.
So
like,
when do you do your hair like that?
Bro, here's the thing. I've never done my hair like that, but he always sees me like I'm very like with my hair, and I try and like get him to comb his hair as well, and he's like, no. So on the weekends I try and put gel in his hair, and then he's like no jelly for me. He calls it jelly. It looks like jelly. It's like no jelly for me. I'm like, no, we're gonna dry, like we just a little bit of water. It's like water, but no jelly. I'm like, okay, come. And then he looks at me. He's got an old soul. He looks at me. He's like, no, I like your hair. I'm like, you like it? He's like, no, can I touch it? And then he like dabs it a little bit. He's like, is there jelly in your hair? I'm like, yeah, no, there's some jelly in my hair. He's like, but no, I don't like the jelly. So I think when he thinks about hair, I think that's where he clocks it to say, okay, my dad is that hair dude that wants to comb my hair, put jelly in my hair.
I see. Get it, bro. I can just see, hey, when he gets older, Daniel's gonna give you guys some serious grey hairs.
I think it's gonna be a little bit. He does have that blue eyes.
He's gonna be a little ace of that man, bro.
He does have that blue eyes, blonde hair. Little dude. And he's already a little bit he's not shy. Like at that, like he likes to almost be like that center of attention. But anyways, no, we have to. I need to just keep him in the church and pray for him. Just be like, son, come here. Come sit down. Let me chat to you.
Oh my word.
Let me chat to you.
Just a quick one.
Chris, blow dry your hair and show us. Kids never lie. Oh, you know what? You know what, Fabs? My wife actually did do it the one day, and we laughed. So, Keegs, what happened was, remember before I went to Fabs, not Fabs, Fabs that trades with us. She said like she's got this stuff that she wants to treat my hair with, and then she wants to like blow it out for me. Bro, and she blew it out like that, Alsaby. And I'm like, what do I do now with this? Like, this. I'm like, I can't do anything with this. And Alsaby started laughing because I think she had a different idea in her head, and it just, it was like electrocuted.
Yeah, it didn't come out that way.
No. What is the Joe Rogan setup? Is that the no hair setup? The Joe Rogan setup. What time is my appointment today with Fabs?
You have an appointment today?
Yeah, bro. Need to freshen up.
Bro, I love how we have like one of the busiest days today, and this man's just adding more to the plate.
No, but okay, to be honest, this was planned weeks in advance, you know, bro, you know,
Was it really though?
Thursday, 12 o'clock, right at 12, shag high voltage here, getting freshened up, getting dabbed up, son. Dab me up. Chad, I'm very honest, I wanna hedge this position. But then on the other hand as well, how did the hourly close? Oh, hourly. Young ab roller, hourly. Keeks, give it to me. What am I doing here? Am I going? But then also, no.
For me, bro, my thing is everything there for me to trade. So you still in something, but for me, there's literally nothing.
Chad, the only thing I do like is, look at this on the line chart. This is the only thing that's still keeping me in this trade. Look at the line chart, bearish order flow, pullback, and now that shift, chock, block, boss, whatever we want to call it, there's a definite shift back now to this pullback potentially being done, and now we can start moving back to the upside. So this is the only reason why I haven't killed the trade as of yet. So again, where do we usually reverse? At a session high, at a daily high. So if we are going to reverse, what you will see is we'll push up, we'll take out that session high, that's going to be the liquidity sweep, and boom, back inside and down we go. All right, that's the one way we are. Dude, very seldom you just reverse like this. Very, very seldom. So let's see. That's why I'm still holding it. Still got a little bit of faith in it. Faith like a mustard seed. All right. I'm just gonna pee quick. Maybe this. I need this Keeks. I'm gonna go pee. If I come back daily R1, I don't know.
P for TP.
TP boys.
So see if.
I'm giving it everything. I'm gonna give it everything. Like I'm not gonna hold back on it. Please. Let's check your screen.
Oh yeah.
Chad, I'm gonna give it everything, and if the poo and the TP doesn't work, like we've tried. Alright.
Yeah. Chris is going all in, yeah. My times are like a dune of sand collapsing, eventually just add one grain and will cause a collapse. Yeah. It's a bit like out there. Yeah, for me guys, as I said, nothing as of yet. Could have had the retest, but I wanted the retest of the zone. And Naz not give me anything. And USD is not doing much either, so. Yeah, so for me guys, as much as I'd love to, just there really isn't a setup for me, Find the Joe Rogan setup. Eee. Just see ya, Chad. Guys, isn't there someone that's got like a contact for PC stuff? There has to be someone in the chat that can do like PC parts and things like that. Surely. London's been talked farbs. I must say the London sessions have been taking everything out of me lately. There's just no volume. They are rough. They really, really are rough. I'll send you an IG. Speak to me. I can send you to places. Oh, perfect, Alien. Yeah, just pop me a DM, bro. You just say in the message, if your Instagram handle's not like Alien, then I can't send you a DM on IG. Why can't you send me a DM? That is weird, bro. That is very, very weird. It says invite sent. Invite sent. Let's go look at requests. Hidden requests. Am I being stupid here, guys? Is there like another section where invites go? Or requests? Hey? Chat? Am I being stupid here? Because I am not seeing it. It says you can send more messages after your invite is accepted. Yeah, the only thing is, bro, I can't find your invite. Where do you find that? Key score for the weekend's Boca game. I think we win quite convincingly. Also, bro, so stoked. Like, I've been calling it. So stoked to see Sasha start. Oh, I sent you a DM on 20th of April 2024. Okay, hold on. Let's go see ya. Is it like a search? Let's search ya. I don't think that's you. Bro, I promise you, like, I'm doing my best here, but I can't. I'm not seeing anything. Can I search by dates? Can we search by dates? 25th April. No, you can't. Alright. Chad, I need help here. I feel like a old father that doesn't know how to work social media. Do you know dig deep into this price range on 5 minutes? Yeah, this isn't convincing for me, Chad. The fact you have now the daily R1 kind of like the high of the day. Your breakdown, there's your retest. The retest is a break below the 200 EMA, and now retesting, holding, closure. That I'm not liking for me personally. I mean, what is your IG handle, bro? Let's try it this way. What is your IG handle? Maybe if I search you. Let's see. Wait, hold on. I found you, bro. I found you. Right, let's accept you. There we go, brother. I've accepted. You should be able to message me now. I love how now, after I found you, it was in requests. But I didn't have those. How does that work? I don't know. But I accepted you there, bro. So whatever the message you were trying to send, you can send it now. Sure, guys, that was a little trip there. It was an adventure. Check in request. It won't always show there's a message there, but when you go in, a lot of people's messages will be there if you don't follow them. Bro, but that's what I was saying. So I don't know if you guys can see this. Like, for example, yeah. Like, I can literally show you guys. I'm talking about this. What? Alright. So, literally, like, there's the normal thing. Can you guys see that on the camera? Yeah, there. No request. I can click on hidden. And there's literally this one guy, and that's purely just because I restricted his content, so his stuff always just pops in there because he irritates out of me. But anyone else, like, you don't see, and like you can scroll down, you can do anything, like there's none. So it's very, very weird. Yet when I like accepted his thing now, then it popped up with a notification that it was there in hidden. So yeah, I don't know. Because, bro, I used to get so many, like a lot of them, and then all of a sudden they just disappeared. So I don't know what happened, but yeah, I don't even see them anymore. So,
bro, you're telling me that poop didn't even help?
No, unfortunately not, bro. Unfortunately. Maybe it's helping in the long game, but it hasn't done anything as of yet. Right now, it's not helping.
Bro, you think it did something for the long-term portfolio, but not the gold.
Joe Ash won't accept me.
Accept
I can't help you there, bro. You blocked us.
How does he mean not accept him? Chad, hit that like button. I think we need to become a little bit more intentional, Keeks. I was looking at some of our favorite streamers, for instance, like Nick Merch. Even though they're at 3-4 million subs, they still, it's like clockwork. Hit that like button, subscribe, comment below, chat. So I think, remember when we started, there was a thing like follow us on Instagram, !Chris, !Keegan. Join the Discord. Links are in the description. So I think, Keeks, I will make.
Are we getting back to that?
I think I will make a mental note for us to start pushing again. Because here's the thing, Chad, it's not really about, it's about you get stuck into the video and it's like, oh damn, I haven't hit that like button. It's like, shot man, I completely forgot. It's not like I don't want to like the video. It's like you were just not prompted to do it. So, yeah, hit that like button. Support the G's.
Bro. Why do people do this to me?
What did they do?
So I was talking to a mate here as well, because he does like a lot of like PC parts. I said, hey bro, like I told him the situation, so I'm like, hey, I need a
motherboard.
A new motherboard for this build. Bro, he says, you know, bro, because I just said to him like quickly off the rip, I was like, I haven't like done a lot into these, so like which ones do you recommend? Because he's a full streamer as well, like game streamer, so he knows his PC stuff, like he's up to date with it. So he sends me this board, bro, and he's like, yeah, bro, like it's a very, very good board at the moment. Nothing wrong with it. A lot of guys using it. Like you definitely should look at this. 14K. And I'm just
Wait,
like,
what? 14K for a motherboard.
For the motherboard. And I'm just like, bro.
That's a tough sell. That's a.
I love you, bro, but like, this was the first option you gave me?
No. That's a big no from me, dog. No, I buy PCs, entire PCs for that money. No, Chad.
And you know the worst for me, bro, is when you check it out, and now you search the parts, and like, you know these guys sell in bulk order, and then you still get on there, and there's like, only 2 left in stock. And I'm like,
bro.
Who is out there that is buying things that are like...
Why do you need a motherboard of that price? Is there not a cheaper one?
That's the thing, bro. That's my question. What was the level that this was the first option I got?
Bro, but I think so. What is the... Nah, bro.
Then I'll check your DM out, bro. When we're off stream, I'll reply to everything.
Let me just see. I did send...
Because to be fair, I will admit, I don't just want the cheapest board. That's obviously just like the board, because I have a very nice rig. So yes, you still want the aesthetical look. I don't want to have this just
Keeks, a motherboard is a motherboard, my bro.
Nah, bro. Like, I'm not saying I need to go that expensive, but I'm just saying I'm not gonna...
Bro.
Like, I'm most likely...
Bro, you
on
know
the last
what?
3 rigs, like I'll at least go like have a ROG
Keeks,
motherboard, all this.
You know what I can put a motherboard towards? Protein is protein, my bro. Protein does not change at its base. A motherboard is a motherboard. It's what you stick on the motherboard.
But it's not just a motherboard, bro. Think of it like this, Chris. Okay, hold on. You can have a house in... Okay, guys, hold on. Before I say this, I do not mean offense to anyone where I'm going with this. But you can have a house in Agoa Park.
Yeah.
And you can have a house in Lovemore Heights. And you can tell me a house is a house. The foundations are the same. But they're not. They're not.
I know, but then we can argue. I guess a house is a house, but here's the thing. No, man, a motherboard, I'll never spend that money.
You have to... The motherboard is what houses all the other parts.
Chad, can you guys show me statistically the performance enhancement that, let's say all of the components geeks the same, and you've got the top of the range motherboard to house that. Okay, obviously comparing the same, more or less like Hertz and Cache, and I don't know what other shit there is, but then what is that statistical performance enhancement? So if it's like 2%, you're paying a premium for 2% on your overall performance, which doesn't make sense. Like if you told me, bro, I'm going to spend 30K on a graphics card, that's like, okay, that's a big chunk of your performance.
Okay, so hold on, like Rian, when you mentioned that. So don't get me wrong, I'm not validating the 14K for motherboard. That's not what I'm doing. Like there's motherboards that go for 30, 40K, and that I just do not see the point in. But like, for example, like my last motherboard, if I'm correct, I think I paid like 6.5 for. Like that I'm okay with. But yeah, I'm not validating the 14K. Like that's not what I'm doing. But I am validating the difference between a 2,000 rand motherboard or even a 1,500 rand motherboard and, like I say, a 6,000 rand motherboard. The difference there is there.
I don't know, bro. It's for me. It's like
That is, for example, these top of the line motherboards, which have their own cooling, things like that, which obviously what all the motherboard literally can house. Obviously, that stuff does add up to it. No, Keys, I'm with you. A motherboard is not just a motherboard. That's what I say. There is a point to it, but there is also a point, like enough's enough. Like, put it this way. I've always said to you guys, a Golf R, for example, great car. But the new model, you want me to pay like 1.2 mil for a Golf R? No. Now you've just stepped over the line. Now that's what I'm talking about here. Motherboard, I can understand with you. I can get on board to a price. Then I think you've pushed it too far. Yeah, so, okay, 50 cal, that's a 100% valid point. So, Chris, if you get, and let's even say that because not even that's still very entry level. Let's just say a 20k GPU. You're going to plug that into a 1k motherboard.
Guys, you're missing me here. Let me visually show you guys what I'm talking about. So, this is how my mind works. Is I'm asking. So let's do this quickly, and that's what I'm always asking this question. Let me show you guys quickly. Let's say this is your list of components. These are all your components that are going to be on the motherboard. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if you go and weight the overall performance of your PC based on each item, and I know there's some of you going to say, okay, some of them are like prerequisites. A motherboard, RAM won't perform as it should without the motherboard. But keep it aside. Very simple. Overall performance of each component contributing to, let's say, 100% of the, let's say, the total capacity of the PC. All right. So all I'm saying is the difference between a 5K motherboard and a 15K motherboard. What is that performance differential? Is it like, and that's why I'm not a PC guy at that. If you're telling me, Chris, that actually that extra 10K you pay adds a 30% performance boost on your PC, then I'm like, okay, shit, bro, that is 1/3 of your overall. Like, you can't then buy a 5K one. Like, it makes sense. But if you're telling me that it's like 3%, between 3 and 5%, then I'm like, dude, is it really worth it paying an extra 10? So that is my argument.
No. So I get where you came from. Where I think for me, where I always talk about when I build my PCs, and there's a point of relativeness. So if you've got a PC, like we said, your CPU or GPU are most likely always going to be the most expensive parts on your PC. Like, let's say again, you put a 4090 in there. You're looking at 40, 50K for a card. You're not putting a 1K motherboard in. Because that is already, like, you spending 40K, 50K on a GPU, the motherboard, I'd say being relative, you're spending 10K on your motherboard at minimum. But if I've got a GPU where I paid 6K for my GPU, then yes, I'm having a PC that's got a 1K motherboard. Like, the motherboard is also relative to the rest of the build in that sense. Like, you're not going to overpower it. You're not going to go crazy because there's just no point in that really. But like I say, if you, like Chris is saying, if you're spending that certain amount of money with relative to the other parts that are in there, they kind of weigh each other out. Like, that's just a very simple way on how I look at it. So like I say, if I've got a very strong rig now, like I say, top of the line CPU, top of the line GPU, like I said, I'm okay with like a 7K type of thing for a motherboard. But that's because of relative to everything else.
Okay, wait, let's do this quickly. This is sorted. There's just some stuff we must add there.
Okay.
Chad, let's quickly check here.
That is also a very good point, Manus. The motherboard is also about the future of your PC. So, for example, when new RAM comes in, it can host that, adapt to it. When the SSDs change, they can host that. Again, all of that type of stuff. The CPUs, obviously, it's a very like future-proof type of product.
So the immediate answer to the question whether a motherboard affects computers' performance is no.
Did you just Google?
If you put a high-end CPU, GPU, and RAM into either cheap or expensive motherboard, they'll perform more or less the same. Okay. Just straight off the bat, let's see further here. Okay. While your choice of motherboard should have little or no effect on the standard performance of a component like your CPU or GPU, there may be a significant difference when you try to tap as much performance from those components as possible. Overclocking, then obviously it becomes so just.
You see, there's a but there.
Does it really matter? There are many reasons to spend more money on a motherboard, but additional performance in applications such as games isn't really one of them. If you want to enter into the world of enthusiast computing and push your components to their stable limit, the choice of motherboard can be crucial. All right. There we go, Chad. I think I'm out at break even, almost, Chad.
I think if you want to look at this, if you build in a normal PC, like let's put it even the PCs that are here in the studio, I don't think it matters.
No.
But if you build in a full-on rig that can handle anything, then it matters. Like I always said, so for example, like where people have like a PC that one's a streaming PC, then you got your gaming PC, then you got everything. Where like I'm saying when you're going full out, like you got a PC that can do everything at once and it doesn't even flinch. Like that's where I think these type of things matter then.
But was it what? Yo.
I still think it is crazy. The price is just for that, but as I say,
so is your PC outdated now?
I wouldn't say outdated. I'm just upgrading.
The
CPU is outdated. The CPU is outdated.
Really? What CPU is it?
At the moment, it's only a 10th gen, bro.
How do you mean only a 10th? Why do I feel like a 10th gen
we're
is
at
not...
14th. It's like having an iPhone 10 and the iPhone 15.
Okay, wait, let me see. Oh, Chad, now I'm going to go check my build on EveTech.
So, yeah, like the CPU needed an update.
Nah, I'm going to feel a little bit... Oof, I'm not even going to... Let me just check. When did I...
But to be fair, bro, that is the thing with PCs. Like, I understand they're money, but when you really future-proof them, like, you can buy your PC parts and literally that's it for the next 4-5 years. If you're buying, like, proper, not just edging away every year.
Oh, Chad, I don't actually want to tell you guys what I have here.
I think the last time we spoke, your stuff wasn't bad.
So I've got this card is not that good. GeForce RTX 3060 DDR6.
No, but that's a stream PC.
Was this a stream PC? No, this is my PC.
Is it your PC at home?
Yeah, no, this is my PC at home. So I've got the Ryzen 5 5600X 4.6 gigahertz. I don't know what that is.
What's your CPU?
But why can't I see the gen? So it's a Ryzen 5 5600X.
I'm not even gonna lie, I don't know much about the AMD part. I've never been an AMD
3.7 gig. Chad, break even. Yeah, break even. There's it. Break evens have been hit. Sad day.
Yours is Gen 3.
And where's the gens now?
Okay, but they're different. That's AMD.
At what gen are we now?
That's AMD. I don't know what. As I said, I'm not an AMD fan. I really couldn't care about AMD products.
What gen are we now? Give me the gens. Give me the gens. I want to see at what gen. Sorry, that's Gen 4. What gen are we at now? That's all I want to hear, Leon. Gak, man. AMD Gen 5 now. Okay, so I'm just one gen. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Motherboard, Asus Prime B550 Plus Ryzen 80X motherboard. I don't know what that is. Memory 3600 megahertz, 16 gigabit, high performance gaming RAM. Okay, graphics card we talked about. Bro, why do I feel like this graphics card is like outdated now? 12 gig though.
You definitely could get better.
Let me just.
But to be fair, you don't game, bro. Like okay, like you Dota and that. But
what do you mean I don't
no,
game?
So
game?
you don't play games that are very demanding. So your graphics are not really like under a lot of strain.
Why did I buy this graphics card? I see the list price is 14k discounted now. I thought it wasn't. I thought like it's a decent graphics card. At that stage, it was decent. Like I thought I was going for like the 12 gig DDR6. That's what I was going for. So I didn't know. AMD is fire. Yeah, I like AMD. I like AMD. Everyone was always like, "Oh, it overheats." I don't like AMD. It overheats. Your CPU will melt.
Well, man's made what's it pretty by saying you don't play games at the morning. That's just not. He does.
No, I'm not, and I'm even not playing games that are the morning. I'm a the morning gamer.
You played Dota, and when last did you even play Counter-Strike?
Yes, bro. I haven't.
But again,
the weird thing
Counter-Strike
is,
system not even demanding though. It's
Chad. You know what the weird thing is? My wife even had a fight with me. Not a fight last night, but the last 3 months has just been like super busy. Like every night, it's not even a case of. I've given you guys the schedule. Working, Keegs also knows like a lot of the stuff in the back end that I'm currently working on. So, dude, I'm not even list the game. If I'm honest, like it's not even a priority at this stage for me. It's like get the work done. Because here's the thing, a lot of the time I'm on stream, I need to make up that time in the evenings. So this time I'm sitting here with you guys. This time tonight I'm gonna be catching up on all the other stuff. So I'm not a gamer in demand, but hey man, I thought I was in it. Yeah, Ryzen 5. Okay, but that PC wasn't like hella expensive. That was 2 years ago and it was 25k.
for the whole PC.
Yeah, that's cheap.
Yeah.
It was 25k. At that stage, it was literally the upper end. If you go on EveTech at Ryzen 5, it was the upper end of the.
No, it's also if you could throw down some good money, a PC should be lasting anywhere between 5-6 years before it should even give you problems.
I'm not gonna get a new PC, bro. Why do you have me on EveTech now? What am I doing now on EveTech? How did it go from your motherboard? Nah, bro. I don't know what
to
this
be fair,
is.
bro, hold on. They've actually got some really good specials at the moment. Like build PCs. Like if you think of your
AMD
your
upgrade.
value, yeah. If you go like, let's even say a 4070 Ti. 4070 Ti.
Will it fit on my?
No, man, I'm saying a whole PC. Or you just gonna just upgrade?
Yeah, I think like I'll add some RAM because 16 gig is a little.
To be fair, then just do the upgrade kits. What are you, Ryzen 5?
Yeah.
So we already just work with that, and you just do like an upgrade kit. So you can literally, bro, the best upgrade kit for your thing, and the whole kit's 10k. 10k. That's the motherboard, RAM, and the newest Ryzen 5. And then that's just 10k. Bang. There you go.
Where did you see it? The biggest one I'm seeing is 817 and a half.
No. So go to the right, top right, upgrade kits.
Yeah.
Then just choose Ryzen 5 upgrade kits.
Okay, but what am I getting then?
You get the motherboard, RAM, and the CPU. But you're obviously still missing the graphics card.
Chad, here's my question. Is it rather better to get a just another slot of 16 gig RAM, so to bump it up to 32? I've got a very good SSD. I actually replaced the SSD. So my PC is actually a little bit more. The older SSD I replaced with the Samsung one.
My thing is, bro, you don't really need, like, I always say to people, having 32 gigs of RAM is it's a nice comfort thing, like knowing it's there. But
I just want it. I just want to feel like there's excess.
You don't need it, really. It's just a nice thing to have, because it's not really expensive to get to 32, so it's a nice to have. But for where you are, obviously, bro, this is where you're going to be in the same situation as me. Like, okay, let me upgrade the CPU. But now it's a new gen CPU, so you need a new motherboard. And then it's the same thing of, okay, now does that also mean the RAM changes from DDR4 to DDR5? Because they need the RAM. And now it's a case of, okay, my graphics card's still fine. But then you're literally going to get yourself in the cycle that I'm in at the moment.
Bro, these 4090s, what is this? Shoof. Is the 4090s those ones that look like a PC on its own? Like it comes in, it's like a slab.
The 4090s. To be fair, the prices have dropped off. When the new ones come out now, I think November, if I'm correct, they'll drop off again quite a bit.
Chad, the first time I saw that graphics card, I think Keegan showed me a video, and it's literally like,
hey, big bro.
Imagine
like an old laptop.
No, even your old desktop PCs, and I was like, bro, what is that? That's like
some big boy stuff, bro.
That thing lives like on its own ecosystem. You just put it down on the one side, and it's like, all right, are you ready to be plugged in? It's like, okay, let's go.
It's the funniest thing. So when you look at some of the streamers in the UK, the guys that run 4090s, because of what their wattage is that they can get out of a wall, they have to run 2 power supplies, because the biggest power supply you can get is a 1600 for regulations. But because of what they can get out of a wall for it to draw from, they have to have 2 separate ones to run 2 1600 power supplies to power a 4090 GPU.
Jang, okay, wait, let me see if I can find my dude, I don't know what hertz it is. So I just want to check the graphics card quickly. Chad, it is so cack this week. This week is just...
this week's been chalked in the market. Bro, we were talking about earlier, we were saying the charts are chalked for the session.
Yeah, Chad, here's the thing. As I mentioned, that 15 minute, bro, it's so... And if it runs from here, it runs. It is... yeah, damn you, gold. But here's the thing, Chad. Look at this. I said we do have that potential to reject it. And reject we did, so keep that in mind. Geeks graphics cards 4080. I just want to see.
That's literally what I'm running, just the newer gen.
Do you have a 4080?
3080 Ti.
Oh, so the 80 is like the...
That's like top. You get the 80,
it's
then
like the 3 series,
the
and then you get like the F30 3 series, then the G20.
Yeah, so I put it this way. It's like your 3060 is like the 320. Then the 3070 is like the 330. Then the 3080 is like the 340. And then the 3090 is like the M3.
Oh, so the 3060 is...
That's like the baseline. That's entry level.
Bro, damn you guys for baselining me.
Like, I'm not doing like in general, but
Nah,
like
bro.
for that generation,
How
that
am
is the
I
entry level.
how did I get to baseline, my bro? Yo, no chat. This is cuck, my bro. I'm a baseline player. 40, 70, 46. So, bro. I thought the 3060 is like maybe a 320D with the M Sport pack on. Is that not what it was?
No, that would have to be like the TR, bro. The TR, then it's got the sports pack on.
I've got the TI.
Oh, then you got the sports pack on.
I've got the TI.
Bro, but even you, like, I say you could look at a 4070 Ti or 4070 Super.
But what about the 4060? They don't look bad. Dude, I'm happy to pay 10K, 934.
But you see, that's the problem though, bro.
What is the problem?
You jumping like, okay, for you no, it is because you're 3060, eh?
Yeah.
3060 Ti. That's the same thing. Why I say if you jump in a year, 2 year, you're gonna have to upgrade again. That's why for me now, I won't upgrade my GPU because to go from a 3080 Ti to a 4080 Ti, it's just not that big of a jump.
Oh, you're saying I must go to a 4070 then?
Yeah, at least go to a 4070. Like, otherwise, I wait. Same like a cell phone. If I have a cell phone, like, let's say I have an iPhone 13, there's no point in getting
What
the
is
iPhone 14.
this?
At least
What
wait
is
for the
this
15.
CUDA? What is this CUDA cause? What is that? I see the boys are saying 8,448 CUDA or CUDA cores.
I say a 4070 Super, bro.
How do you mean a 40? Is that a thing? 40? Oh, super. I see that.
Yeah, super.
Damn. Nah, bro. I'm done. I first need to eat some RRs on the markets. Chad, I need to eat some RRs. Guys, listen here. There's nothing here for me. I'm crying inside. It has been an
Mabalani knows, bro. Chris, just go for the 4080.
Nah, it's just a case of going. I went from not even being in the conversation to 4080s. We just ripping it now. 4080s, no. Okay, Chad, dude, no. Guys, listen here. We are back at 3 p.m. We're going to do some good now. We're going to go purchase all of that stuff. We've got some content to shoot for you guys on the giveaway. Not giveaway, the charity drive. All thanks to you guys. So we're going to get going on that. Markets have not been bad. That is the thing. I have to reiterate it. The markets have not been bad. There's no such thing as a bad market. Personally, the last 2 weeks, bad trade management. Okay, so should have been a completely different 2 weeks, and that's fine. The reason I love that we're going through this is it's challenging me. It's a challenging time, and you guys get to see it live on the spot here. So it is a case of, does Chris crumble? Am I that phoenix that rises from the ashes? And it's this beautiful story. If it is, you better believe there's going to be some content on it. If it's not, there's going to be content on it either way. But Keegs, any closing? There's Chad. Look at this. US 30. How do we trade that? Okay. Bro, no. If this thing... Okay. Chad, last one. If gold runs from here, I broke a rule because I should have never managed the trade while I entered on this 4 hour. This 4 hour is going to close in 12 minutes. I should have never been managing the trade, but it's fine. We've taken some chin shots this week, so we're just protecting it. But Keegs, anything on your chart?
Nah, for me, as I say, guys, this whole week's chalked. London been an absolute headache for me this week. Honestly, just nothing there. Best thing you can do right now, walk away. We'll come back in New York and see what it is for us.
Keegs, alrighty. What is the plan for the rest of the week? Let's just chat to the guys quickly. Let's just get some admin out of the way here. What is the plan for the rest of? What is the plan for Keegan for the rest of the week?
obviously we're going to be busy for now with the charity stuff. Go get that sorted. Then back for New York session. Tomorrow in for London session. Then out to go get the category stuff sorted and get the building on that started. And then I'm out with family that evening. Then I've got... What am I doing Saturday? Oh, I'm up for the rugby in the morning. Watch the rugby. Then I've got another dinner that night.
I want a real talk here
Yeah.
before you go. What is the plan for your hair? Because I see you've strategically been growing it. Like, what is give me the your medium term goals and like the longer run goals. Like you knew I went for the slick back and I pulled through. But what is your short term to medium term goals with the hair at this stage?
Honestly, nothing. I'm just enjoying the style that we're going with at the moment.
Yeah.
Obviously, the nice rough look and everything keeps it easy to maintain, to do everything. But actually, it has been helping with a bit of volume and all that, so it's been helping. But yeah,
it looks very mature, though. I have to say that the density, there's good density in it. I think it's a good look on you.
Yeah, so just maintaining this for now, and then I'm hoping, even if we don't do Turkey, maybe next year, gonna get in contact with one of those the South African guys that are doing it now, and still gonna do it. Like, that's a non-debate.
And you think just purely to neaten up our handlebars, these areas.
Like for me, I've always said to guys, like, I'm not expecting like a flat, but just to bring it in a bit more, just give it that more rounded look.
So you just want to bring like that roof line a little bit down. Okay. To be honest, if I'm looking at it from here, like you can definitely clip some off on your fascia board. Like I think like my fascia board level is solid, but it's like this there. You check there, you want to bring that line through.
Yeah.
So you want to just drop it down.
Yeah, so I always say, like, from where it is, like, you want that line to come, but that line must almost actually come a little bit more in the front.
Okay, so you add a little bit of meat to it.
In the front, but then also keeps it leveled out.
So you are definitely adding some real estate.
Yeah, just a little bit in the front. Just like so you actually have that line, just so it connects with each other and then across.
No, I think I will keep this low point and we'll just put a straight line through.
I don't know actually how much that would look, but like literally just like a finger more in the front. Like they are,
Okay, Dr. Hershifts. Go speak to him. Bro, dude, that surname just already instills confidence. It like you can do. He must have a shampoo line. Dr. Hershifts shampoo. I'll buy it. We must chat to him.
there goes gold now.
Yeah. Chat, beautiful, man. We will see you guys 3 p.m. Still 3 rounds left. 3 p.m. Peace and love, baby. See you guys a little bit later. Cheers. Chat. Sorry, we have to end this. This one's for Keeks, baby. Woo!